Good morning, everyone. How is everybody doing on this beautiful Tuesday morning? I hope you all are doing great. I have had a boring night at work, and I've got a mess on my table. And Robin's already buying stuff this early in the morning. Morning, Robin. Morning, Mister. Hope you gentlemen are doing well. That's a good quote, Mister. Definitely a good one. I do work night shift, Robin. Morning, Pete. I do work the night shift. So I would like a steak right now when most of you would want breakfast. But that's all good. So, good morning, Wicked Dream Designs. How are you today, sir? I saw the beautiful work you did to some of John's knives. He's keeping your rent paid, isn't he? I'm just joking. But you do very, very beautiful work, Mr. WDD. So, last night to work. Let's see. Last night, well, as you can see, the table, I've got a mess again. I've got to do something with all these and put them up. They're on my table here, and they shouldn't be. And they need to go where they need to go. But this is what I had in my front pocket. And I will call this a knife that scares me. And the reason this knife scares me is because the very first time I went to close it, it cut my palm pretty bad. So you got to get used to closing this knife, because if you let it sit in your palm at all, it'll catch you on the way down. So I kind of have been scared of it all night long. And every time I go to close it, I have to mentally think about making sure it's not in my palm right there, because if it is, it'll bite you. And that's the most comfortable place to let it fall when you want to close it, because of how long it is. If it was shorter, you would be up here, but I don't know. That's just where it wants to go, is in your palm right there, and it'll bite you. Morning, Tegan. But yeah, I had that in the front pocket and was scared to use it. And then in my back pocket again, which is the one I did use, is my Ultratech Zero Blade Play that I'm still loving. And it still hasn't failed. I think I thought they were all PM60. Oh, new Spyderco. I'm sorry. Duh. S45 in. That's pretty cool. This thing is turning out to be a heck of a knife. I gotta put these up. It's Titanium Tuesday, so I guess we'll start with the titanium ones. I know where the Doc and the SOCOM go. Alright. Anything on these two go in here. I got a couple of Tucsons and a Kaiser and a nice one. I just bumped into another knife. Morning, 2C. Good morning, Christopher. Fixed blades. I need to do something with this one and this one. They don't need to just be laying here. I carry this one just about every day, so that's why it's here. But I did not carry it last night. I guess I won't. I need to put this with my other fixed blades because I won't carry it anytime soon. Although I love this little thing. I don't know. I can't scout carry it. And I don't ever think about carrying it in my front pocket because I always want a big knife in my front pocket. So I just don't carry it. If I could scout carry it, I'd carry it every day. There's just no real way to put I could put straps on it, but first knife talked about today was a SMKW exclusive Shaman. So while I'm grabbing stuff to put these knives up, while I'm moving to the next case, let's go look at that. SMKW Shaman. Smoky gray with gray micarta. S45VN. Alright. I see you with the smoky gray and the black blade. I see you doing your black blade thing. I'm going to give you props for two reasons. The fact that you bought a Shaman is super cool. And the fact that you didn't get the standard S30V blade steel makes me very happy. Uh-oh. Got another knife back here that needs to be put up. That's the Crusoe. Morning, Mr. Nick. Is that the version you got? I like the micarta. Morning, Michael. Alright. I've got a couple of slots in my clone. My clone case. I don't have anything nice enough out here to go in there. Oh well. Alright. One case down. Next one is a good knife case. I don't even know if it has any room. I don't even know. I still haven't got my latest sorting down. I still can't find knives that I want to find quickly. But if I have any room in here, which I don't. Alright, that 90 knife case is completely full. Y'all remind me of that next time I go to dig in it. Put a knife up. Alright, Tucson. I got a Tucson box. And I got two sons. All right. Man, my two-son collection is getting silly. KB4, okay. Y'all gotta explain what that is. Because I don't know. That's the only two sons in there. Michael, yeah, S30V is not bad. You are correct. But when you buy a Spyderco that has S30V, your Spyderco is just like everybody else's. So it's not it's a bad thing. It's just it's not a different thing. It's kind of like going along with the masses. Yeah, you always liked this knife, Sever. I don't understand why you haven't bought one. I've sent you the link like 10 times now. It's one of those knives that's special. The action on it, I mean, is just super smooth. It would pass your 3 to 9 o'clock test. Oh yeah, Ken Block. I know who Ken Block is. Sever, you get knives all the time though. You know how much more enjoyment you would get out of this one that you keep forever and not have to like sell or get rid of? Yeah. It doesn't have a home though. That's sad. It is out of my best knives, it is the last knife that does not fit in a 90 knife case. And that's in my best case. Like this is number 91 out of all my best knives, and it's probably higher than that. But the value on it says that it doesn't get to live in that case. All right, next case. I got the two-son. Oh my goodness, we had a catastrophe. Wow, that was cool. And boom, right back on. Magnets are a great thing. All right. Ugh. This says Kaiser, Migueron, Kaiser, double detent, sheepdog. All right. Any more Kaisers on the table? No. Miguerons and Vostides are in with the Kaisers. That's still a cool little knife. I need to quit pulling out knives instead of when I'm trying to put up knives. Oh, Tegan, you just reminded me that I need to upload one more video, short, from last night of my knife that has M398 blade steel. At least I think it does. I'm going to call it that, even if it's not, and I'll fix it later. I'll claim it was a typo. We'll know here in a minute. All right, these two go, these three need, these five. I've got a buck bag, so those should go in there. This needs to go with the Kershaw. I still can't figure out where my artisan cutlery knives live. I think they live in the Kubi case. Oh yeah, my Strix replica is on its way from Chicago to me. And that means I should have it in 2 days. Probably. Alright, now I got a path over here to my other cases. There was a lot of knives in this case that I wanted to talk about. Let me pull it out. Hold on. We're going to get to doing some stuff here in just a minute. I'm just trying to get stuff put away. I think I've got 4 buck knives now. Alright, those are put up. CJRB, these 3. Y'all want to see one of the first OTFs I ever bought? It was that one. Does that surprise y'all? Or is that kind of like what y'all were thinking? Alright, I found a bag for these to go in. Hold on. Till I find a better home, y'all can live in here. Be free, my children. Actually, these are supposed to go with CJRB. They're supposed to have their own home. Maybe not. Alright, I'm almost back with y'all. Hold on. Yep. Found it. Wow, that knife is too big. It doesn't like going in cases. Alright. Where was I? Back over here. Yeah, I bought this thing. And it broke. Like about the 5th firing. And I have never done anything with it since then. Alright, I've got a couple left here. I guess they're just going back over on the table for now. That can live up there for today. That can take its spot up there. We can look at this thing. See if we can figure out, since, oh man, I'll have to break out tools and everything. Oh, now I remember what it is and I can't fix it. So it has a, it has those springs that go on either end of the, whatever you call that part. Spring mechanism, spring carrier? Yeah, I'll call it the spring carrier. The thing that the spring goes on both ends, and it's got these little hooks. And they hook around each end of the little metal slab. That's how they work. They hook in the ends. And one of those little tabs broke off right there. So I need a whole new replacement spring mechanism. The little bars and the spring in the middle. By now I should have gotten one to try to fix this, but it just lives up here on a shelf over here. And this might be the reason I don't like OTFs. Because the only other thing living over there on that shelf is this Infidel OTF that broke. Same reason. So I've got it taped up where the blade doesn't just slide out. I was thinking about eventually fixing those too, but nope. Never done it. Probably won't. Also got, so we got this program around my city, and there's a whole Facebook group dedicated to it. And it's called Murfreesboro Rocks. And it's a really cool Facebook group. And these people, these hand painter people, they paint rocks and then they go leave them places and they post it on the Facebook group. And you're supposed to post a picture of where you found it to the group Murfreesboro Rocks. And they take them all across the country, like to the Grand Canyon or wherever. And these ladies and guys too, I guess, they put these hand-painted rocks out in front of like a McDonald's or anywhere, like a public library, and they hide them like in a tree. And then if somebody finds it, you have to go to the website and report it, and they know how far their rock traveled. But it's pretty cool. The website, they have, whenever they go on trips to like Florida, they take a bunch of rocks. And so they get spread out from my city all over. But I found both of these at two different places. 2023. I can't read. Oh, you're supposed to read. It says keep or rehide. I couldn't even see that. Keep or rehide. Yeah, so I kept them instead of rehiding them. I have rehidden some. I've actually got one more. It's got something all over it. What in the world? It's got dirt. I guess I never cleaned it. But it's like it's like daisies or whatever. And it's got bird poop on it, I guess. Please post photo on Facebook at Murfreesboro Rocks. Murfreesboro Rocks. I don't know. It's a pretty cool idea. It's like geocache. Yeah, it's kind of like geocache. Did somebody in the chat just say geocache? Geocache is super fun. I was addicted to that for a little while. Well, not addicted, but let's just say I found all the ones close to me. John doesn't like it, Sever. John's not had good experience with artisan yet. John doesn't like skinny knives. I don't blame him, really. Well, that looks better. Yeah, geocache. If y'all don't know what geocache is, y'all need to look it up and go find the little things hidden on guardrails in your city. Or like behind, like, they're in the most obscure places. And they have these little magnetic mini caches that are pretty wild. Like, they stick them everywhere. Sorry, I was trying to read and all right. Oh yeah, I couldn't. Almost forgot. There's a few knives I want to look at today. These are the ones I took to work with me last night. And we might as well look at all the big beefy boys. Once every month or so, we got to look at these overbuilt. Good morning, Waylon. Starting with this one, which is the Prayer. It's pretty big, not real big. Got some stuff written on the back. Then we got the Arma, which gets bigger, quite a bit thicker. I don't know why the camera, I guess I should move them over here. And I'm going to knock these over multiple times. Told you. This one doesn't want to stand up very good. It's not in the running for being thick anyway, so. This little pad, though, kind of sucks. And then you got the Arma XL. Crazy overbuilt knife. Now we're getting thicker. Then you got the Get On, which is even thicker. And then last but not least, you got the Omega, which is an inch thick. Just about. Now, can I get this one to stand up? Stand up without doing dominoes to all the rest of them? Well, that question was just answered. No. I didn't even touch them. But I took those to work. Great overbuilt, chunky knives. But the Chad hangs in there with them. This thing is pretty beastly. Sam from Migron designed these. I think the Get On is the most that's like the Alpha, the P&P Alpha Beast. This one, about spec for spec and look, is pretty close to the P&P Alpha Beast. But I actually like it. I like the way it looks better, to tell you the truth. But yeah, I had those with me. So, putting them up is fun. They don't really fit in regular knife cases. Christopher, Sam, SMR, I don't know what, I think you're thinking of SRM, San Renmu. He does not own San Renmu, but he used to do the clones before he did Migron. He runs Migron. Before he did Migron, he did Samir, S-A-M-I-E-R clones. But SRM is San Renmu, and that is definitely not him. That's one of the biggest knife producers in China. All right. I'll put them in this case like this. So they live in their own case. Just like that. All right. Yeah, I think you're talking about SRM, San Renmu. That's Land. Land also is the same San Renmu, SRM, Land knives. All right, and then I had some. Speaking of Land knives, I haven't talked much. We've talked about how good those Fintiso are, though, numerous times. And I told y'all I had 3 of those. We didn't look at them last time I talked about them. But Fintiso does a great job on the $60 range. Nice knife. I'm impressed by them. This one has that thumb ramp that I love and is super rounded over. The Atlas, the Odyssey, and I don't know what they are. This little front flipper's nice too. But those are the Fentisos. I think I've got 3 of them. And then, speak of the devil, I've got some random knives in here. I've got my Land San Rinmu. I'm telling you, synchronicity's crazy. I had this bag out to show a few of these knives that I don't bust out very often. But these are both very Sabenza-like. They're both great. Sever just got a new one of these versions with some cheaper blade steel. That's super cool too. I like a lot of these knives that they make. They make a titanium version of this one that I really want. Like this one. This one's super cool. I love it. Oh, are they awesome, Sever? Yeah, I didn't know if you got them in yet. And then I've got a random knife that I bought from a Discerning Man. One of his purges. It's a cubist. And it's got a weird name. Something like 2, like it's not standard 2, but it's a cool little knife too. I know y'all know the name of this thing. The Element 2, like what's it called? The little cubist knives. They make, somebody else makes one just like that. Might be the same knife. And then this is another Cretace knife with some 12 C27 steel. And this one was supposed to be the same kind of a look. No, like a Chris Reeves version. Yeah, like a Chris Reeves knife. But the other what version am I thinking of? I can't think. Maybe it's supposed to be the same. No, I don't know. I don't know. And then I got, let me put these up. I still can't think what this knife is called, and y'all didn't let me know. Y'all should know that. TC, what's that knife called? All right, and then I got a few more down here that are pretty cool. I'll show, this is a Jaful knife. People asked on Reddit. Somebody came up with a brilliant idea and messaged him and said, hey man, you should start trying to make your own knives. And I was like, dude, he's been trying to make his own knives. Nobody will buy them. They want to buy all the replicas that he makes. This one has action similar to a Green Thorn. Super smooth drop shut. So he got the tolerances right. Or SRM did. The variant. Yeah, that's it. Thank you. Variant 2 is what that is. But this is an actual Juful knife. Yeah, the Insingo. Yeah, there you go. But yeah, Juful does make knives. This is the JF 221. I found it they like really, really smooth knives over in China. And that's why they don't understand when we like some little blocky stuff, like we like, like stuff like this. They're confused because they want it all like rounded, smooth, and sleek. That's something I've noticed about those designers. Whenever they design their own knives, they make them all sleek. And then I've got some super cool Y-Start knives, which is like 2-sun, then you got 6-leaf, then you got Y-Start, that are probably made by different people at the same factory. They probably work different shifts and rent out 8 hours to make their knives. They probably all use the same factories, but this one is M390, I believe. Yeah, M390. Super cool value knife, like a 2-sun or a 6-leaf. This is a button lock. It's got very good lockup, but these are like some random knives that I don't bust. This is another Y-Start. It's got that longer look. I actually kind of like this knife, and it makes me think I might like some knives like y'all like I've said, look long and skinny. That one's a little wider in the middle. And then I got another little Y-Start that is a little smaller knife, little 3-finger knife. I got this in a bundle. That's why I got it. And then my last Y-Start is a front flipper. YJG DCN. That's Rye's company, Christopher. So RIHE, Rye Designs, from the Yangi knives. That's his company, the YJG DCN. YJG DCN, I think. YJG DCN. I think that's right. I don't know. But this one has a crazy blade shape. Very not like me. But that's why I have it in non-titanium, to see what I think about it. YJG DCN. It took me a minute to remember that name, but I like Rye so much that I wanted to remember his company name. Oh, wait. I've got one more Y-Start. And that's a black and white one again. And that one's got a heck of a cutout in the back of the spine. You can get your thumb up there, but it's really uncomfortable. I don't see how you would use that much. It's too far from the handle. Your thumb wants to land right there. But there's another Y-Start. These are all random knives that I don't... They go towards the count of how many knives I have, but I don't think of them very often. Which is sad because they're fine knives. A lot of them are D2. So the D2, I don't know. I'm just kind of tired of that now. I like this one because it's M390, and I've actually carried this one a couple of nights. But it gets lost in the mix with all the other ones. Let me put this Jufull knife up. And then there's two more that live in this side of this case. And that's my two Demcos. A lime green 20.5. And I've got both of these tuned to where they're perfect. And then I've got one that I did a high voltage green on, titanium one, which is the 20, not the 20.5, but the 20. So both of these live in here, and they both have just perfect action and lockup. So yeah, I don't even talk about this lock and this whole knife, but I've got two of them that I really like. Um, but I haven't gotten the Cub or the smaller one yet. I've gotten a couple of other knives with the same locking mechanism, but they're basically the same. And then we move into the other side, which really has some treats. And that is, what is this knife? I have no idea what that is. I didn't even know I owned that knife. That might be one I didn't know I owned. But that's all my Gonzo Firebirds. And if y'all don't have any Gonzo knives, so here's the PM2 clone, Gonzo. I love my Gonzos though. Here's another one. Forgot I had two of those. That's how much I like it. And then this is a super cool knife that I actually want the original of that they kind of cloned, and that's the SR1 or SR11 from Lion Steel. That's a great camping knife. This knife right here was one of the ones I bought early that was like the best knife under $30 that quite possibly could be the best knife under $30 still. If you like big camp knives, camping knives, this one is great. It's because it's based off the, you know, a proven winner. Then you got the Rat with the crossbar lock knife. So you got the Rat shape, but crossbar lock goodness or badness, whichever one you prefer. Then you got this little button lock, which I don't know what this little Firebird, this Gonzo is. I don't know why I got it. Let's see if we can tell what it is. FH 923. FH 923. I don't know. That's a weird little knife, and I have no idea why I bought that. It was an Amazon purchase that doesn't make sense. And if y'all don't mind smashing that like button, that'd be awesome. That's Firebird Gonzo. Firebird, FB to FB, but yeah, Firebird. That's what they try to switch to. And then I got the Delica with the half serrated Gonzo. So I don't know how Gonzo got away with this, but that's how they made a lot of money on these knives. And most of them, all of these look like something else. Well, those are based off something else. And I like this one. This is one of the newer ones I got. No flipper tab. Great reverse flick. Great lockup with the crossbar. And full size. And this is the G76 PT. G76 PT. But yeah, Gonzo has been with me since the beginning of my collecting. I probably started getting them right after I got that other one I showed y'all yesterday. The one that started it all. Does everybody here have Gonzos? Does nobody here have a Gonzo? Am I the only one here with Gonzos? Everybody here's got to have at least one Gonzo. Or Firebird. This is the first knife I lightning anode. This is the very first knife that I did a lightning anode on. And I didn't realize... Actually, no, this is the second knife I did a lightning anode on. This is the one I used to practice on, though, that I told y'all that you can buy on Amazon. It used to be the cheapest titanium knife. And it's a Mass-Along full titanium. You don't have any Gonzos, Nick? These little knives have great action, though. They're running on bearings. They're pretty cool little. And then got a couple of other knives. This was rated by some YouTubers as the best, one of the best knives under $20. And it's the K-Bar Dozier, I believe it's called. Weird knife. I don't know who rated this the best, but it was, I swear. I wouldn't have bought it if it wasn't. I guess that pretty much does it for that case. There's a couple more in there, but they're not even worth showing. I mean, they are, but this is one of the best button locks you can get for $30. It's a XTOUC button lock from Amazon. Perfect action. I've kept it. Great lockup. Feels great. XTOUC. $30. Great knife. But that one's in there. And then there's this Perwin that I really liked. Because of the shape and the blade ramp and how comfortable it is. Got a weird shape to it. But it has this back part that fits your thumb perfectly. At least they placed that one right. That's a little Perwin knife. It's a cool knife. A lot of people have this knife too, I think. A lot of people that have budget knives. It's got great action too, though. So that one lives in there. And then one of those Duratec $12 knives from Amazon. Pretty awesome knife. I've got a couple of those. But this is definitely a budget case. This one has terrible like detent spring. But other than that, it's pretty comfortable and cool little knife. Titanium Tuesday. I've been talking about everything but titanium. First one I anode, and that AD20 were titanium. Or I guess they count. I need to make a label for that bag because it's one of the bags that I don't ever really know what's in it. What else y'all want to look at today? These four, actually there's one more sitting to the side here. These knives have to find homes still, but I'm carrying two of them. Walter Randolph full-size Chaos. I didn't even see that, Nick. Sorry. Walter Randolph full-size Chaos. All you gotta do is mention a knife in the chat, and I'll look at it. What was the name of it? Chaos. Recon 1. Sold out. That is a super cool looking knife. Nixter. I like the pivot. Morning, Tommy. Magic legs. What is a magic leg? Are all the versions this fancy version, or Slice has them? I got the mini. Wow, that one's pretty cool. I bet yours looks more like that. Red pivot. Where we at, red pivot? That's not seeing a red pivot. How do you get a red pivot? Oh, it's got a red pivot inlay. Huh. Well, that looks super nice. Is that how yours looks, really? Like this? Yeah, Nick, if I had that knife, I wouldn't quit carrying it for a while. What, where's a picture of yours? Almost the same. Is yours got a Damascus blade? Huh. That's got to be red Cerakote, by the way. You can't anodize red. That's why I was asking how it was red. New bearing system and jeweled internal Damascus underlays. So they filled up the weight reduction pockets with underlays. Underlay. Sorry. The whole thing of underlay is just funny. The bearings are going to be super smooth on this puppy. Yeah, where did I go here? World War II rag micarta. That's pretty wild. I like that micarta. That's pretty wild. Oh, well, that's all right. I was still seeing something cool. Yeah, that's super cool. Some of this stuff is sick. Yep, dragon skin. I don't know what I think about dragon skin. I'm still on the fence. Well, my phone is making noises. Forgot to turn it down. Oh yeah, I had three more knives I wanted to look at. I wanted to look at a couple of new quiet carry knives. We'll go look at more of Dude's stuff in a second. So, do they have some new stuff coming out? I bet it's their Instagram page. Do they have like a... Why am I not... Huh. Drift LC. What do we got here? That's pretty cool set. The Pilot 2.0 fish knife. This is the Waddy Compact. This is one of the ones I wanted to look at. These three will not be produced again. Get one while you can. Uh, yeah, that one's super cool. Wish I knew some size specs on it. And then what else we got? Yeah, there's all three of them. Bet that's super comfortable. Oh, this is the plank. This is the other one I wanted to look at. Huh. It's got their little holes. Signature holes. That one looks pretty sleek. I like the clips on it. I like the touch of their little holes. I said holes enough this video. The Shallows bird and trout knife. I haven't seen that one either. I like that bottom blue one with the red dots and the acid wash blade. Yeah, that's pretty sweet. Yeah, I've been slacking on that IQ. It's pretty nice looking. I will have to say. Pretty nice looking. And then Three Rivers has got some new stuff too. I think. Let's see. TRM Knives Instagram. I must not be logged in. Maybe I am. What we got here? Oh, that's the new auto. What we got here? What did I click on? Did I click on that one? No. TRM makes some clean looking knives. What's their little... Oh, there it is. A little tag along. That Mexican blanket tag along is pretty cool. Morning, Mitchell. Is the IQ is great, Tommy? Yeah, I like the way it looks a lot. So much so that I left it up in another tab. Man, that's just got that cleanness that I like. It goes right along with like Mr. stuff. Like that zero and the eight. This one is my favorite so far from them, but only because of how it looks like right there. Like that shot just super clean. What's wrong with Tuesdays, TC? You get sick every Tuesday? That's no good. All right. I've still got to find my I still got to find a place for these knives. So let's see. My artisans have got to be in. Well, I definitely didn't turn off my phone. That was lovely. Now it's off. All right. All right, let's see. Man, I gotta take a bathroom break. I'll be right back. Oh yeah, when I get back, hold on. So tomorrow is my day off, and Thursday we got to have the forge. So I think tomorrow we're going to spend a little time maybe building the little or putting together the can with the legs and get everything get our center piece laid out, get it all ready to pour the stuff early Thursday morning so we can pour it early, and maybe like an hour in we can go test it and see if we can get a piece of metal red hot. So tomorrow we might jump the gun a little bit and get that started so that on Thursday we'll be further along. All right. Only thing I've got in here is Kubi's, Dam Design, and Artisan. So I don't know that I want to put either one of these in there. I think I'll put these in my bag that with my ducks for now, because I've got a whole bag over here. I'm putting this back in my pocket even though it scares me. And I'm putting this back in my pocket. Yeah, I've got a wasted case over here. It's just got my ducks in it. It's got my ducks in a row. Which is silly. I need to do something about that. No idea why I have so many ducks and ducklings. Fuchs, morning, sir. But there's a couple more. Actually, there's a couple knives in the other side of this bag. Yep, got my ducks in a row. But then the other side of this bag, I've got a couple of little weird knives, like that little stubby titanium. And then my little my Giant Mouse Ace Nibbler clone, titanium clone. Yes, they're Peking, they're Beijing ducks. Peking duck. This is in here too, which is that clone of the, heck, I can't even remember what the name of that knife was that this is a clone of. But it doesn't take long to take a screenshot of this thing and figure out what it is. Oh yeah, now I remember, it's the Gandorf. Something Gandorf or something. It's like not Gandalf. But it reminds me of Gandalf. It's like the, I don't know, something or other. But those are the only three in the whole other side of this case. This case is like not being utilized. Yeah, the little Ace Riv clone. I mean the Ace Nibbler. Even got the ace on it. I used to, nobody could probably tell the difference between this and a real one. And I used to keep it in the nice case with all my real Giant Mouse. But then I was like, nah, I can't keep it next to those. Clones and real knives have got to at least live in a separate case. But these three are the only thing in all those slots. Oh, Ganondorf. Yeah, Transformers nowadays, you got to be careful about those, Vladimir. Those Transformers can trick you nowadays. Especially in Russia. Or in the Baltic. Alright, well, might as well put this giant mouse over here with them. That counts. And then over here, where I will put these two also. Alright, I got those two put up now. Vladimir, I showed them all earlier in the video. Just scroll back in the video a little ways and you'll find them. Or here, I'll even help you out real quick. Earlier in the video. Right here you go. That's the prayer. That's the Arma. That's the Arma XL. That's the Get On. And that's the Omega. See you later, Michael. Yes, they're very functional. But as you can see, we're in a loop now, so I got to stop that. Have a good day, Michael. I'm still impressed with this little slim cut. They are usable as a showpiece, and the baton wood and as a EDC, no, not very much. I keep this one on my desk. This one ain't going nowhere. This was a gift. Oh, but there's that atom. Need to put that up. And there's the knife we're working on tomorrow. Or Thursday, I mean. Oh, goodness. What else do y'all want to talk about today? Come on. Give me a knife to look at. Yeah, this is it's a great little slip joint by Real Steel. It's a super cool one. Pete gave it to me for my birthday. Perfect little beater, knife that you not worry about using. It's got very good walk and talk too. Yep, cool little knife. I still got a brand new one of these I got to sell, this shortcut. Oh, I forgot about that. All right. You don't like the Neuron? I didn't like them when I picked them up at the table at Blade Show Atlanta. They all felt stiff. None of them had like good action. And by good action, I mean like drop shut. I do like Aurora Blade. Sever, we go look at that site all the time. What do you mean? Are you talking about the website Aurora Blades? Yeah, we go to Aurora Blades all the time. I love a lot of their stuff. Maybe you're talking about something else. Oh, all right. Yeah, you're right. But I do like Aurora Blade. There's that Dracula you showed. I like that Arc Lord. Sever, see if you can get me this knife for around $300. This exact version. Wait, I don't know if I want this. This is the one I wanted to ask you about, but I don't know which blade I want. See if you can work a deal on any one of these three. Actually, it's got to be one of the milled blades. See if he'll sell one of them cheaper than the other one, or the Arc Lord with the mill blades, diamond or slanted. If you don't mind. This is the one I saw and you weren't here that day. And I thought maybe you could get me a better deal on it. Oh, the We Essential Knight. Let's see. We did see that somewhere. Blade HQ, I think. I liked it. I liked it. I bet it'll be comfortable. If you, and hopefully you can reverse flick off of that. If you can't reverse flick off of that, I don't want it. But I would get rid of that flipper tab and I would reverse flick off of that, and I think it'd be a nice knife. It's pretty big, isn't it? Yeah, 3.6. I love the blade shape. But I bet the way that handle curves down into your palm. There you go. There's a link to a little purple and green one for you. Something else you could check out is like I've got, oh dang, I don't have it with me. Those little leather pouches that hold like 2 or 3 things. I'll show you the one I got. Blah blah blah, leather. This one right here is pretty nice because it's got the wire clip on the back, so you can wear it just like a you can put, this one's nice. This is the one I got. Nice leather. It's got the single metal clip on the back, so you can put it in your pocket or just clip it on temporarily, and then it's got the belt thing, so you can use both of them. But something like that will consolidate. And this is really nice leather. But yeah, you can go through one or both. And it's big enough that you could get a couple of pocket knives and a pen in it, depending on how. So yeah, either that or the one he showed, this thing right here, be a cool idea. That's almost immerse, but immerse is okay nowadays, I guess, especially in this hobby. If I started talking trash about immerses, I wouldn't have any viewers. Nice. Bandana sounds like that's a real man's merce. Man, I tell you what, I'm also still super impressed by this thing. It's never too far away. And now I can see why who is it? Somebody that hadn't been here in a minute. Used to post, dang it. Can't even think of who it is now in the Discord. Pocket checks. I hadn't seen one from Nick T. Yeah, Nick T. Nick T used to post his Evo every day as his pocket check. And I always wondered why, and he said it was the one he just kept going back to, and now I kind of understand why. I'm hoping this DLC lasts forever, and like literally this knife makes it to be 50 years old, my daughter's hands. I mean, I don't see why it shouldn't last a while. Do we even know how long DLC is possible of lasting? Like, has it even been around long enough to know if it would last 100 years? Definitely not 100, but probably 20 or 30 it's been around. Probably longer than that. Yeah, John, it's a super nice knife. I'm still kind of upset at myself for breaking my rule. Oh yeah, I got 2 more knives that have to go in that same bag. I'm telling you, this table just has knives all over it that are hidden. Here's 3 more. 4 more. 5 more. 6 more. What in the heck? 7 more. There are 7 more knives. Wait. 8 more. And I thought I had this cleared off. What in the world? Yeah, my corgi, my 2 Remettes that don't have a home, 3 Remettes. This one's super nice. I like this little Remette. And this one. No, John, I keep trying to sell off some so I don't feel so stupid. I don't know why I kept this one. It's like one of those CEO knives. This Kershaw, I don't know why they all have to be assisted. This is a pretty comfortable little knife, though. The Natrix, or whatever it's called. Oh, yeah, TC. TC's got the same problem. I haven't even brought up Discord today. I don't even have it set up. Yep, TC's got the same problem there. Knives just laying. His are better than mine, though. Stuff just piled everywhere. Yeah, I got you, TC. I'm right there with you, brother. Which Ramet? This one? This is a 3-finger knife for me, so it's in a different category. I don't consider it like a real knife, but for a little 3-finger, like, quick use. But I don't know if you're talking about which, or this one. I don't know which Ramet you're talking about. Which one of these is slim? I guess you're talking about this one. Yeah, I like Corncraft. Yeah, I like Corncraft at a Blade Show Atlanta. I like their table. I don't know what steel knife you're talking about. This one is not a Ramet. You might have one like a Ramet like this one. Oh, yeah, this is not a Ramet. This is like some off-brand. Foreskin. Yeah, this is the Foreskin. Yeah, Corncraft is the bomb. We'll go look at it. Hold on. Neutron Star Era 2. That's beautiful. Yep, that's super clean. So is that. Yeah, Corncraft's doing their thing. One I haven't kept up with recently that I should have. I even like that blade hole. That's pretty sweet. All right. That was pretty wild looking. How much is that one? $415. Yeah, Chris. That one I showed 2 days ago. I've got the 3V, the Meteor, the SMF. I even like it. They're fixed blades. I should probably buy one of these before it sells out. But it kind of looks like an Asher. Look at the internal milling. That's awesome. Yeah, that's super cool. Let me see if I can do something here. Yes, sir, I can. Right there. Which one's the big one? That's the small one. Oh, I guess they put the big ones at the top. So that one right there, I want to download. Open file. Drag it over here. There we go. Yeah, that's a cool photo. Super nice lighting. I got it from a knife swap. I got a heck of a deal on it. It would be easier right now. I've got all my cases stacked up on top of each other. It would be easier right now for me to just show you the picture of where I bought it than moving all those cases. Knife swap. Meteor. Let's see. I say that, but might be easier for me to get the knife out. Because it's not letting me sort. This new Reddit is not letting me sort by newest. Ah, there we go. They moved it. Here we go. This is the one I bought. Right here. Dang it. Thought there was a video. That's the one I got. As you can see there, the blade grind on it. And it came with the orange backspacer and yeah, I don't know. I got a really good deal on it, so I got it for $145, I believe. I think I got it for cheaper than that. I think I got it for $130. Uh, yeah, and it was like $300 new or something. It's G10. So yeah, it's plastic. But for $130, I couldn't pass it up. Strider SMF 3V AliExpress. Alright, that's not the same one. Thought the Meteor. That's not the same one. Oh, there it is. Death Skull. Yeah, it was 260 and I got it for 130. But there's the link to the one I got. And it looks good. Like, Meteor did a great job of the laser engraving. But I don't know why I would put that ugly orange backspacer in it. Like, that's so stupid. I agree. All right, guys. I'm starting to, my voice is, the action on it is the best out of all my Striders. Oh, that reminds me. Good grief, guys. Y'all got to stay on top of me. I got 2 knives yesterday, including a Strider. But let's check out the Honey Badger first. I got these in the mailbox. This is that Honey Badger medium with the worn cleaver that we looked at that I said I was going to buy on stream. And it is great. Very comfortable. It is the medium size one, and I can barely get 4 fingers on it. But most people would be a great size. The action on it's great. Detent's great. I got that one yesterday. Honey Badger medium. And then I got a Strider to replace. I wanted a good blade steel PT, so I got an Evil Eyes. As you can see, Evil Eyes. The Evil Eyes 20 CV PT. So I bought this one. He had the clip on, and it's got the Persian blade shape. But this is the little PT. Y'all have seen my other one. It's a frag pattern one. And it's got the regular blade shape. But this one feels awesome. The reason it made me think of this one is because it's a close tie between this one and that SMF. As far as which one feels smoother. But it's crazy how small this knife is, but how comfortable it is. Wild. Like the way it fits, I mean, I don't know. There's something special about these. Yeah, finally, and it's got real 20 CV blade steel. So I'm either probably gonna get rid of my other little titanium PT, although it's got a different blade shape, so I might keep it. This thing's super sharp too. But anyway, I got those 2 yesterday. I've bought a few Evil Eyes here recently. It's kind of weird because they're not even around anymore. This Honey Badger came with a pre-dented box. Amazon did a great job on that. It was funny, the label on this thing was from Honey Badger. I don't know. Weird. All right, guys. Like I said, I'm going to end this one up. And I'm going to put this back on the table before it bites me. Put this in my pocket. If y'all hadn't smashed that like button, please do so before you head out. Helps that algorithm. This has been another episode of Blade Talk. I think it's funny just saying that. But it has been an episode. You're welcome, Mr. TC. Thank you. Yep. I hope all y'all have a great day. What's the name of this little ramette? It's something. It's the cheap version of one of the good ones that I wanted to try out. Why can't I remember the name of this knife? Because I've got too many? Could that possibly be it? Which one is this, though? It's the... They make a nice version of this one, too, but this is the cheap version. No, I've got the wild species. Not that one. Yeah, y'all can see it. I just talked for about 10 seconds without showing it to you. They make a better version of that one. Somebody screenshot it and yeah, the B. The B. The RTB. Yeah, that's why I got this one, because I wanted a titanium one. But then I'm glad I got this one because I found out it's just a 3-finger knife. But it's super, super comfortable and great action on this little inexpensive model. Toothpick time. This thing's still great too. Spy My 2. I wish it was titanium on both sides, but that milling, superb. Oh yeah, I forgot. It's got the stinger. I wasn't even paying attention. Stinger, so it's a B. Put it in backwards and it can sting you. All right, guys. Now I'm really out of here. Tomorrow we'll try to get the forge kind of thrown together. Get it ready to pour the plaster of Paris and sand and water and stuff. Get it built. Hope y'all have a great Titanium Tuesday. If you can't be good at it. How about that? Anyway, guys, love y'all. See y'all.